Today's video is a special one. We are going to talk about what it is like raising a child in Germany and how that experience compares to parenting in India. From cultural differences to childcare, cost of living, support systems, there is a lot to unpack, especially as an immigrant parent. If you are new here, hello, my name is Rashmi. I share insights about life in Germany as an expat, parenting abroad, and all the honest stuff that comes with it. This topic is especially close to my heart because I live it every day, navigating parenthood far from home. It would also be interesting to you if you are planning to have a baby in Germany as an immigrant family, or if you're planning to move to Germany with a child. So stick around because this one is going to be real, relatable, and hopefully helpful. In India, parenting is a full family event. From day one, you have parents, your in-laws, your friends, your neighbors. Even the building watchman is ready to help in some way. There's emotional support, hot meals, someone to rock the baby when you need to take a bath. It's part of the culture. But in Germany, it's just you and your partner. Especially if you're an expat family and don't have any friends or relatives around. You're far from home and it gets lonely really fast. The good part though, if you're lucky, you have good friends who are ready to offer help now and then, and you don't feel all alone. However, as compared to life in India, where you have people at home for literally everything, and you don't have to worry about anything at all apart from baby. You don't have to worry about cleaning, cooking, groceries, having no time to bathe, and you can focus on you and your baby and take some time to recover. And it is so helpful, especially in the initial days of parenting, which could be really tough in Germany. That built-in support that we take for granted in India is often missing. It hits the hardest when you're sleep deprived with a newborn and just want someone to hold the baby so that you can take a shower. So it's not like that you do not have any support at all. You have support in form of friends, yes, but it's way different than having support with day-to-day life and tasks. Okay, now let's talk about house help. And this one I miss so much, especially after having a child. In India, we honestly have so much support, not only in form of friends, family, relatives, but also house help, who actually also support the people who are supporting you. Or if you're living in a nuclear family, house help reduces so much of stress. So there's someone to clean, someone to cook, someone to do the laundry, and nowadays nanny to take care of baby related things. So you don't have to rush to the kitchen or laundry room from the very beginning of parenthood. Even if a couple is living in a nuclear family, mom can take some time to relax and recover from the delivery. While taking care of the baby, there's someone to hand out the snacks, homemade laddus, and fresh healthy meals while you're lying down on the bed, tired from no sleep. But in Germany, new parents don't only have to take care of the baby and themselves. You clean, you cook, you do the laundry, you do the grocery shopping, and parallelly have to fill too many applications because German bureaucracy. And you just had a baby, so you're probably doing all of this sleep deprived, leaking milk, and wearing the same t-shirts from 2 days ago. Forget about warm meals. Sometimes you're just surviving on bread slices or cold pasta lying on the counter since morning because baby is finally asleep and you got exactly 6 minutes before the baby wakes up again. And the irony, that's a time when you should be eating healthy, warm, fresh meals. Your body needs it, your recovery needs it, and your soul needs it. You seriously start to miss someone just handing you a hot, warm chapati. But hey, it builds a character, right? Or that's what we kept telling ourselves while taking care of house and baby to motivate ourselves. Now, here's where Germany really shines: work life balance. In general, German work culture respects your personal time. People actually leave work at 5 p.m. or even earlier if they started their shift early in the morning. No one is sending you emails post working hours expecting you to answer that or look at that. If you're on vacation, you are on vacation, guilt free. But when you become a parent, this becomes even more meaningful. There's something called Elternzeit. It's parental leaves that both mom and dad can take for up to 3 years. You can split it however works best for your family. Some couples take turn, some take it together and spread it over the time. And during that time, the government provides Elterngeld, a partial part of your salary to help you with the expenses while you're at home with your baby. Even after Elternzeit, when you come back to work, many parents go for part-time contracts. Some just work 3 or 4 days a week, others reduce their working hours to 4 or 6 hours a day, all to better juggle the life between work and parenting. In fact, employers usually expect the parents to adjust their work schedule. It's built into the system. You can have more time with your child without guilt tripping over office deadlines. Now compare that with India. Even though maternity leave is improving, paternity leave is still minimum or even non-existent. And in many government or private sectors, reducing working hours is not even an option. So, yes, in Germany, we might not have the extended family support, but we do get some extra time with the little one. Structured, legal, society supported time to actually be present with the kids. And that's a pretty amazing trade off. Now, let's talk about one of the best parts of having a baby in Germany, the Hebamme. A Hebamme is a midwife, but honestly, she's more like a pregnancy coach, post-birth therapist, medical advisor, and sometimes just your emotional lifeline. And what's amazing is that you're entitled to have a Hebamme covered by your insurance before and after birth. Before the baby is even born, Hebamme guides you through pregnancy. She'll explain you what to expect in labor, teach you breathing techniques, how to manage pain naturally, and talk about different birthing options at home, hospital, with or without epidural. Also, they help you with a list of things you need to buy to welcome your little one in your home. And what I loved the most, she listens. Like, really listens to your fears, your doubts, your what ifs, and does not judge you. It's like having a super chill, non judgy aunt who also knows the medical stuff. And then you return home from hospital, and oh my god, she is a lifesaver. She visits you home. Yes, you heard me right. She visits you at your home to check on baby's weight, feeding, your stitches, and your emotional health. She helps you with breastfeeding, which, by the way, is way harder than Instagram makes it look. She will show you how to swaddle, bathe the baby, even how to hold them properly when your back is killing you. And all of this is covered in your health insurance. On the other hand, in India, unless you hire a private lactation consultant or a postpartum nurse, which actually can get really expensive, you mostly rely on family, YouTube, and some good old opinions of the neighbor aunties. So in Germany, even though you don't have your mom or 5 aunties hovering over you telling you 40 different ways to hold your baby, you do have this one calm, experienced professional guiding you through the chaos. It is honestly one of the most underrated but powerful things about parenting in Germany. Let's talk money. Babies are adorable but expensive. In India, if you go for private delivery, pediatricians, and vaccinations, costs can pile up really quickly, and insurance covers only part of it, if at all. In Germany, most of it is free or insured. Prenatal visits, ultrasounds, hospital deliveries, pediatric checkups, vaccination, medicines for your child, and Hebamme visits. Almost everything is covered by your public health insurance. Even medicines for children are subsidized. For example, baby fever medications or creams cost just a few euros, if anything. But, and it's a big but, general cost of living in Germany is higher. Rent, daycare, organic baby food, and warm winter clothing can quickly stretch your budget. So while medical care is less stressful, other living expenses are definitely more intense. In India, options are wide. High-end international schools, government schools. Education can be either really affordable or super premium, depending on what you choose. In Germany, kindergarten or kita is usually subsidized by the government depending on your monthly income. It's more affordable than private daycares in India, if you get a spot. Yes, that's a challenge. Big metropolitan cities, finding a kita for the kids under the age of 3 is really competitive. Some, or I guess most of the parents apply for a place in Kita even during pregnancy. Public schooling in Germany is free, generally really high quality. There's less academic pressure in early years. Kids are encouraged to play and learn through the experiences rather than memorization. In India, by contrast, the schooling system is more rigorous early on. Some parents love that, others feel it's too much too soon. One major plus in Germany, there is no donation fees, no uniforms, no surprise building development fund. It's truly free education. Of course, there is an additional cost of food, books, and extracurricular in both the countries. So, India versus Germany, what it's like to be a parent in each. In India, you get love, family, hands on support, and you're never parenting alone. But the pressure of work, education, and medical costs can add the stress. In Germany, on the other hand, you get independence, professional systems like Hebame, financial support through insurance and public education, but it can feel lonely. And every small task is 100% on you or your partner. Neither is better or worse, just different. And as a parent, you learn to adapt, lean into the strengths of where you are, and fill in the gaps however you can. If you have experienced parenting in either of the countries or both, drop a comment below and share your thoughts. What surprised you? What did you love? Or what did you struggle with? Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video and found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more real life content from life in Germany. Take care, stay kind, and hug your little ones a little extra tight today. See you in the next video. Bye bye.